Maybe I shouldn't call you or leave a message at all. So I'll try to be patient, 'cause nothing's written on the wall. Yeah, it's too soon to mention how I've begun to feel that I want your attention. This time it is for real.
Okay, so now we're going to do page 6, right? Yeah, we did page 5. And now we're going to do 6. Okay. Now, this layer is, it's 3 layers, I believe. So, oh, right, okay. Now, because I did it a bit ago. We have this one on the bottom, and then this one's going to go in the center of this one. So we're going to cut, splice into the paper on this side to create a pocket for this flap, okay? A slot where we can slide that flap through. And then this will go on here. And then we have another flap, and we're going to put another slice into here we're going to cut a slot in here to slip this into this page here, flap. And then we have this that's going to go on the front of that, which is one of the cut aparts. And then on the inside of this frame, we have, or this flap, we have a frame. Okay, so that's going to go in here like that. Okay, and then this one opens up, and we have another frame that's going to go on the inside of this one here. Okay, and that one will sit just like that. Okay, so okay, so that's how that's going to go. Okay, just like that. So now I'm going to remove the right down to here, and we're going to make a slot for here. So we're going to flip this over, flip our design paper over onto the back. You can choose whatever design you're using, whichever design paper you're using. We're going to flip it over, and we're going to put a slice on the right side facing you, the side that you've chosen not to use. Like I'm going to use this side on the front. That's what I want here. So I want to be able to, so my flap comes off this side and opens here on the right. I'm going to put my cut right here on the left, it's difficult. Okay, so it'll be the left side looking at this side, but when you flip it over and you're looking at the back of the paper, we're going to put it on the right where our tape is going to go, our adhesive. Okay, so now this flap is is 9 inches by 7 3/4, okay? But our total space area is 7 1/4 by the same 9 inches on here. Okay, so with that, this piece here is 8 1/2 wide, or 8 1/4 wide, sorry. Okay, and we need a 1/2 inch at the very least to be able to fit this in proper. So if we eliminate so there's a 1/2 inch on that side and then a 1/2 inch on this side, right? Okay. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to measure in 1/2 inch on the right side and draw a line. And then we're going to take our paper, our flap, right, 9 inches. So you want to measure 9 inches here. So being that this is 9.5, right, we're going to measure from 1/4 inch from the bottom, mark it, and then measure up to here. What is that? I'm like, well, 9 inches, sorry. Okay, I got it now. So 9 inches, right? And I've got this upside down. I'm explaining this to you backwards. Okay, so it'll be 9 inches up to here. So next I'm going to take my craft knife, and I'm going to create a slot right in here. And where's my, oh, it's down there at the bottom. Okay. So I'm lining up my marks. So we're at 1/4 inch down here, and then we're at 9 1/4 up here. I guess if you were going to use a rule, it'd be 9 1/4. But we're from this spot to here is 9 inches. I don't know if I explained that right. I'm probably confusing you all. It's confusing to me. So yeah, so I'm going to put my craft knife at that point, and I'm going to come all the way down to this mark here. So you should have, like right here, that point is 1/4 inch, and then down here is 1/4 inch. Okay. Now I'm going to do it again. Okay. I'm going to, just so I have this. Yep, you're good. I just want to make sure that I have enough room for my paper to slide in without it buckling. Okay, I don't want it to buckle. Okay, so starting from that point, I'm going to go all the way up to this point here. Okay. Okay, so that's what you should have. Okay, and it will be on this side here. So next, I'm going to apply my adhesive on my paper, but I'm going to do it on the perforated side, not on the indented side, but the perforated side of my score line on the 1/2 inch right here. Okay. I'm going to miter these ends. Makes it easier sliding it in. Okay. I'm going to fold it on the score line. So I'm folding it tape in, okay? So here's our 1/2 inch score line. I have folded the paper in on itself with the tape going in. Because when I put it in here, like that, right? The tape is right there. So when I tape it down, it will be on the inside, right? So I just want to make sure everything looks straight. I'm going to give it a measure, just a little off. Okay, that should do it. Nope, we're still off. Not by much. Okay, all right. So I'm just going to double check before I go and push everything down into place. Okay. It's really tricky. Oh, and it still went crooked. Okay. 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 Can't wait to lose it on this one. Okay. All right. A little bit of work, but there you go. It's tricky. These are tricky putting these in sometimes. All right, so that's that there. All right, now next is this top one. So this one here and this one. All right, so again, the same. We're doing the same thing. The oh, that was easy. So the score line is right here, 1/2 inch in, and this is 6 inches. So this tab is 6.5 wide, scored at 1/2 inch, and then 6 wide or deep, tall. 6 tall. It's 6.5 wide and 6 tall. Okay. Please don't ask me why I think that's funny. Okay. Now, so we're measuring at, and we want it to come, when we put this in, we want it to come above the band at the bottom. So we have this band, right? So we want it to come above here. We don't want it to go like down here or anything. We want it up higher, so it's up to the top almost. Okay, so it'll be 1/2 inch pretty much all the way around. Okay, so let me see. So I've measured, we're going to measure 1/2 inch off the side. Okay, and then using your pencil, mark it. So 1/2 inch. Okay, and then 1/2 inch from the top. Okay, so 1/2 inch, mark it. I have a little bit of a leeway there because I want to make sure it fits. So then we're going to go 6 and a bit. Well, I've actually added the bit at the top. So, but for your sake, I would go 6 and a hair, like just a little bit over 6, so that you have a little bit of give a little bit of space there to fit your paper in. It should fit nicely even if you don't, but just in case. All right, so I'm going to take my craft knife and I'm gonna hug it up to that 1/2 inch line, and starting at the 0 point and going all the way up to 6. Okay, and just a bit. I went up to 6 and a bit. All right, so now I'm going to add a second line right next to it, and I prefer to use this ruler. I can see it better. So I'm going to just a fraction. Okay, it's just a fraction of a line. Okay. Kind of crooked, just a little bit. Okay. Oops. Okay. So there's our line, our slot for our page. Okay. So now this goes in here, and again we're going to have this, probably this, well, hopefully not the same dilemma, but so it's going to go in just like this. Okay, resting just under the score line. Okay, so then I'm going to go over. Now I want to make sure that it's going to be even all the way around. So okay. All right. So that looks like it's going to be fine. 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch. Okay. Okay. Oh, how did I do that? That's the slid. It'd be nice if they went off without a hitch. But I can never be that lucky. Again, slide that in. have it. Oh, that's okay. That will be fine. All right, so now we have that one done. Okay. And it will sit right on top of here like that. Okay. Now, so this piece here, as I measured before, I think 7 3/4 by 9. So 7 3/4 by 9, scored at 1/2 inch on the 7 3/4 side. And then this piece on top is just a little over 7, I think. Yeah, just a little over 7. And then 8 1/2, I think, or 8 3/4. No. Okay, hang on. Sorry, the white is, the flap is 8 7/8. I'm sorry. And then the width is 7 3/4. Scored at 1/2 inch on the 7 3/4 side. And the paper is 7 by 8 5/8. Okay. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is, oh, I've already done this. But this part needs to be done as well. So I'm going to apply adhesive right along here. This will help keep it in place when I lay it down. So I'm going to remove and here as well. Actually, I'll lift this off first. Okay. Line this up. And then lay it down. Okay. I'm not going to do the whole piece because we have to put magnets in here. So, and we're going to do this. We have a magnet that's going to go here, and then one in here, and then one down here. So there'll be 3 magnets, or 4, I think. So it's all got to sync together. So what I'm going to do is, my first magnet is going to go right here. Okay. That one's going to go there. And then my next magnet is going to go there. Well, not on there, on here. But we have to be tricky about this. So I'm going to just mark it with some glue. Close that. Okay. Adhesive. Okay. So now that's there. Okay. And then the other one's going to go on the other side of this. And it's more or less just reinforcement, really. When you start having too many layers, then things don't tend to, whoops, I'll use that on the next one up. Don't tend to stay closed. So I'm just making sure. All right, now my last one, and this one is going up here. Okay. Oops. All right. So now they're all together. Okay. All right. So that's our magnets. All right, so now I'm going to put my frame here. So we're going to need that. We're going to need this. Okay. This is a pretty simple frame. What I did was, as I explained with the previous one, I didn't do a white back, like a pocket for this one. I just left it flat. So this measures 7 1/8 by 8 5/8. And then what I did was I just used my trimmer, like so, and I just put it in at the 1-inch mark, and then just cut down within a safe margin from the 1 inch at the top. And the same here. I mean, you have a guide right here so you can see where you land for your 1 inch, but it's really hard to see where you're cutting this here mark when it's on this side, facing away from you. So it's kind of hard to gauge. So I just basically take a guess close to that mark and then just stop before I go too far and go do all 4 sides. Okay, so it's 1 inch all the way around. And this is the center of that piece right here. So it's going to go in the background for this frame. So this is already taped, as you can see. Now our acetate is 7 3/4 by 6 inches. Okay, and it has 1/8 inch strip of double-sided tape. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one end off, and then I'm going to place it in here till I'm satisfied, and then just seal it off. Okay, and I'm going to remove all the rest. Okay. All right. Make sure I got the right way going up. And if I had been thinking before I put it down, before I put the acetate on, I could have placed it and then drawn a line, but I didn't think. So here we are. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to draw a line here now, and one over here, and one here. So when I put it back down, I can line it up. All right. Was I going to do that or the background? looks better. I think that looks better. Yeah. So I'm going to put this side down. Sorry. All right. Okay. So that should be it. There we go. Okay. Just removing the bottom, placing it before I remove all of it. Too much to have to lift up to do over again. I don't want to do that. Okay. And there you go. Too far up. Oh. Oh, poop. Okay. So now we have our frame. So we can pop our picture in like so. Okay. All right. So that's one. Now we have to adhere this side down. There was one more in there. Okay. Okay. Now, this will go on the front. So I'm going to add this. Oops. And this is a cut apart. And the cut aparts are 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. So all right, now for our last frame, and it's done the same way as the first one. only this is this frame is 5 3/4 by 5 3/4, and trimmed out center at 3/4 of an inch all the way around. Okay, and then the acetate is 5 by 5. Okay, and we're going to remove, actually, taking from my lesson learned from the last one. Okay, making sure this is right side up. I'm going to draw my line right there. Do a little trim in here. Okay. All right. Now I'll add my acetate, taking one edge off. Making sure it's centered. I'll remove the rest of it. Okay. Now I just want to make sure that's going to just checking the writing. I thought I had it upside down. Okay. Oops. A little bit over. Okay. Didn't matter, I still had to do that again anyways. All right. Oh. Didn't do it quite far enough over. Okay. All right. I'm good with that. So removing the bottom piece, I'll line it up first. That one went too far down. Oh, that's not good. Oh, there we go. Yay! What a relief. I put it didn't put it high enough. Okay, let's try this again. Let's see. Okay, Now I'm okay. Oops. Oh, that was close. Okay. All right. And there we have it. Okay. That was a close one. All right, so now we're going to apply this to our page. And I still have to put the adhesive on the back. I was going to say like that. I just found the other tape. That's why I'm using it. Okay. That's not over far enough. Okay. Just double checking. Making sure I have them all going in the right direction. All right, so we have that one. All right, that's page 6. And next is page 7. So I will see you at page 7. I'm going to bed now. Have a good night, everyone. Bye.
Maybe I shouldn't call you or leave a message at all. So I try to be patient, 'cause nothing's written on the wall. Yeah, it's